Hello, and welcome to this widget builder tutorial. Here I will show you how to use the widget builder feature and create a simple navigation widget. Alright, so first of all, we click on widgets here and we click on add new widget. Okay, so these are the general informations of the widget. Widget title, we'll call this navigation. This gets filled out automatically. You can change this to whatever you like. This we won't fill in. This is if the widget is taken from somewhere else. You can put your name here. I'll just put in mine. And you can upload your icon, or you can choose your own icon. I'm going to choose this one here. Okay, and for our navigation to be visible, we need to add some HTML code. So you will need some basic HTML and CSS knowledge. Right, so first we'll make a navigation tag. And what do we want inside it? Let's say we want to have a logo. So we'll give this a class of logo wrapper, and inside we want to have an image tag. Okay, every image has a source, and what this source is equal to, well, it will be equal to whichever picture the user chooses. So how do we do that? Attributes. So we will use attributes for this. We have a lot of attributes to choose from, and this one will be an image attribute. Okay, so we will call this navigation logo, whatever you like. Okay, so you can put the default image here. You don't have to if you don't want, but I will just put this generic logo I found as our default image. Okay, add attribute, and that's it. Here we just need to put, see, we got this just appeared as soon as we put the attribute here. So all we need to do is make our image source be equal to our attribute that we added. Okay, so let's see how this looks. We have an image here. All right, great. Okay, so what else do we need in our navigation? We would need a list of links. So a list is UL, another list. And here we want to put all the links the user chooses to add. Okay, and how do we do that? Well, we will use something that's called item attributes. All right, so enable items, add attribute. Okay, so here we will be adding links to our navigation. Every link should have a link title, okay, or link text. Default value, we just put link, and maybe a link href or link URL. Default value, you just put slash. You don't have to fill this in. Okay, so these are some just basic information for the links that we'll add. All right, let's add a few links. So let's add home, about, contact, and blog. Okay, and here in our HTML we see that this just appeared. That's because we added some items, and every item will have this HTML. Okay, so every single item will have the markup that we write here. So our list item, we want to be an li. Okay? And every link should be a link tag. Close it. Okay, so here we want our link text to show, and we want the href to be equal to our link URL. All right, and here we want to choose where these items will be printed. Okay, so we want them to be printed inside this UL. We just click where we want and click this put items. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, it doesn't look like much, but the picture is here and the links are here, so that's great. We need to make this a little prettier, and we will do that by using CSS. Okay, so first of all, we want to display all these links horizontally. So let's say display flex. Okay, we'll give it a height of 60 pixels, for example. You can also make an attribute for this. I'll show you that later. So the user can choose the height of the navigation. All right, and we'll say justify content space. Okay. Also, we want these to be displayed horizontally, and we don't want these dots or these underlines. So let's get rid of them. Okay. So this is the UL. That's our list. List style type none. So this will get rid of our dots, and we don't want those blue underlines. So that's from the links. You say text decoration none. Okay, and also we want these links to be displayed horizontally, so we say display flex. Okay. Also add some more styling to this, say with 60 pixels, and justify content, let's say space around. All right, this picture is really big, so we'll make the picture be the same height as our navigation. We'll just nest it like this. How did we call it? We call it logo wrapper. Okay. Image. And we'll just say height 60 pixels. Oh, all right. I misspelled height. There we go. All right. Okay, so next we will want to add the background color for our navigation. And how do we do that? We'll also use attributes. Well, let's say this is a color picker. So because we're choosing the color, we'll call this navigation background. We can have a default color, we don't have to. I'll just put some grayish or something. All right. And here in our CSS, we want to say, sorry, background color will be equal to our navigation background, if it works. I misspelled background, of course. All right, it works. We also want to center these because they're a little above. So let's just say line items center. Great. Okay, next we will want to change the color of the links. Yep. So let's add another attribute. We'll call it it's color picker. We'll call it link color. Okay. Default value. You can put whatever you like. You don't have to put it. I'll put some purplish color here. And in our CSS, we want to put this here. These are our link tags. So we say color is equal to our link color. Does it work? Works. All right. What else do we want to change? Maybe we want to change the font of our links. Okay. So again, we will be using attributes. And here I will be using a drop-down attribute. So a user can pick a font from a given set of fonts. So let's call this link font and add a few options. Let's say Arial, Helvetica times New Roman. Okay, add. Here we didn't choose the default. We'll choose it later. CSS. And here we want to add font family will be equal to our link font. Okay, so let's choose Helvetica. Preview. This is the Helvetica font. Let's choose something else. Times New Roman. All right, you see the font changed. So using attributes, you can customize your widget in many ways. Okay, so these are just some examples. Pretty much everything you can customize with these attributes. So maybe we can also change the height, so it doesn't have to be 60 pixels. Maybe we want to choose the height of our navigation. So let's put another attribute. This will be a number attribute. Okay, and it will be navigation height, or name it whatever you like. So default value can be 60. Maybe we can change it, I don't know, to 80 or something. Okay, add. And here in our CSS, instead of putting 60 pixels, we want to put our navigation height. And remember to leave this in. So we need this pixel tag, we need pixels here. All right, see, the image is still 60 pixels, so maybe you can make another attribute that says image height, and also make that customizable as well, but we'll just make them the same height as our navigation. All right. Also, we would like to add a hamburger navigation. Okay, so when the screen gets smaller and smaller, we want this to disappear, and we want a hamburger icon to appear for the mobile menu. All right, and how do we do that? Okay, in HTML, we will add a div. We'll give it a class. I'm sorry, I can't type today. Class, let's call it hamburger icon. And here we want to use the font awesome icons. So the font awesome class for the burger icon is fa bars. Okay. Now when we look here, we don't see anything. It's because we haven't included the font awesome library in our widget builder. So that's where these includes come in. Okay, so you can add a JavaScript dependency, you can add a CSS dependency. Here we will add our font awesome dependency. I have the URL here. Okay, now let's see if it works now. See, this is our icon. Okay, and we need a little more work here. So for example, we don't want this interfering with our logo, and we want it to be on the far right side, for example. Okay, so we'll be using our CSS here. Let's see, what did we call? We called it hamburger icon. So first, we don't want the icon to interfere with our layout, so we will be giving it position absolute. And here we will put the position relative, so we can position this easier. Okay, position absolute. We want it to be on the right side. Let's say 25 pixels from the right and 25 pixels from the top. Maybe we want to make the icon a little bigger. It can also be customizable. On size, for example, we'll put I don't know, 24 pixels, for example. This can also be customizable, just as we did with the height of the navigation, like this. But I'm just gonna put 24 pixels here. Let's see how it looks. All right, it looks good. Only we want it to appear only when the screen is smaller than, for example, let's say 668 pixels. That's the height of most tablets. So how do we do that? We use media queries. Let's say media screen only. Just a second, I need to check this. Media only screen and okay, I always forget this. I always Google it. Okay. All right, so this CSS rule will be applied only when the screen is smaller than 768 pixels. Okay, so when it is bigger, we don't want to see this icon. So we say display none. All right, so we don't see it anymore. We want it to appear only when the screen is smaller than this. So when it is smaller, we use this. And we'll just say display block. All right, and also we don't want to see our UL. We want it to be replaced with the burger icon. And we'll just say nav UL display none. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Okay, here we have our navigation. Let's shrink the screen a little more, and there we go. Our navigation is here. Okay, so maybe what do we want to do? Maybe we don't want our burger icon to be black, so we can add another attribute for the burger color, or we can just make it the same color as our links. So I'm going to do that. If you like, you can add another color attribute like we did with the link colors. I'm just going to make it the same color as our links. So let's just say color, link color. See what it looks like. There we go. Whichever color you use for the links will also be applied to the burger navigation. That's just the way I made it. You don't have to make it the same way. But yeah, this is it. A simple navigation menu with a hamburger menu. So the hamburger needs a little JavaScript to make it work. So that will be for another tutorial. Okay, thank you. And I'll see you in the next video.